Hey guys, it's Jamie. I thought I would do a quick video of how I make my elderberry syrup because a few of you have asked. It's really, really simple. Wellnessmama.com has an elderberry syrup recipe, which makes it simple. 2/3 cup elderberries, 2 tablespoons of ginger. I use fresh ginger. So you can see that. I cut up, I just slice it. I just peel it and then slice it. Half a teaspoon of ground cloves. I use organic ground cloves, and then a tablespoon of cinnamon. I probably use a little bit more of both of those because I love the taste. So it just depends on you. And then 2/3 cup of dried elderberries. I get mine, Frontier Co-op sells them. These are, if you open their bag and they're very, very smelly, it means they're really freshly dried. Like, they're really good fresh dried. When they're freshly dried, they're a little bit more bitter. The recipe calls for 1 cup of honey at the very, very, very end. I don't usually use that much. I usually use like 3/4 of a cup, sometimes a little bit less. However, if it's bitter, the elderberries are bitter, I use a little bit more. I'm going to try to show you how I do all this. I'm going to throw it all in. I may have to just tell you how I do the end. I'm going to try to video the end as well because it's going to be like an hour and I'm not going to keep you on here for an hour. So 3 cups, you see that, 3.5 cups of water. I go ahead and put mine on medium just to start heating it up. Actually a little bit higher. It heats up pretty quickly because it's not that much water. Dump your elderberries in. I take my ginger, dump my ginger in. I'm gonna have to sit you right here. Excuse my big belly. The clove, I didn't measure this out before, so I apologize. Here we go. Like I said, I use a little bit more than a half a teaspoon. I probably use more like 3/4 of a teaspoon to an actual teaspoon. But I really like the taste of cloves. And then cinnamon. Sorry guys, I like have you where you can't see my face, but that's okay I think, because, well, it's one of those days. And then the cinnamon. And if you don't have organic, you don't have to use organic. Our kitchen is basically all organic. It's a slow process to get it all organic. I would never go out and buy everything all organic at once because it's pretty expensive. But basically, how we did it is as we used up whatever, then we just replaced it with organic. The elderberries you can get off of Frontier.com. If you purchase them in a multiple at one time, the bags come down to like 7 bags a piece. I think I get them from my sister and I split them. She usually orders $250 worth of whatever at one time. And by doing that, she gets free shipping. And the bags of elderberries are like $7 for the bag. If you go through like Amazon.com, which is where if we haven't ordered any, I just get it through Amazon. It's about $20 a bag for them. But they're organic elderberries. So I just take my spoon. I just stir. Just get it all mixed in, and then I'll bring it to a boil. And then once I bring it to a boil, and just a fair warning, once it gets hot and boils, it starts to bubble over. So you want to bring it down pretty quickly, but you bring it to a boil, and then you just cover it for about an hour. Sometimes I do a little bit longer, depending. I usually do this while I'm working, so thankfully I work from home. So I just leave it. My husband calls it my witch's brew. He's funny like that. Good times. And then when I'm done with it, I just drain it into, I am lucky. See, I really was not very prepared when doing this video. I have one of these little bowls with the pour on it. So if you have one of those, use that. A regular strainer will work. Usually a smaller strainer with the smaller holes is better because the elderberries don't go through it that way. Like a tea strainer, or I actually use my food processor. I have a food processor drainer thing that I use, which my husband has put out in the garage, so I don't have it right now in front of me. But I'll try to grab it for the next part of the video if I'm able to do the second part of the video. Anyway, so then I drained it all into here, into the bowl, and then I let it cool for about 5 minutes or so, just a little bit to take off the edge, because honey is a natural antibiotic, but if you heat it up, all of that goes away. So you want the liquid warm enough so that the honey will dissolve, but you don't want it so warm that it's going to cook off all the benefits of it. And then I use an old 44-ounce honey jar that Thomas Honey that I used to get in Jacksonville. Love Thomas Honey, local honey from there, amazing. I just keep this. As you see, I have a little bit of elderberry syrup left that I'll drink before I finish this. I just actually add the honey to this jar, and then I add the liquid in the jar, and then I just shake until it's all mixed together, and then I put it in the refrigerator. And it stays good for, I guess this one's been in there for about 2 weeks. When we're sick, we go through it in about a week. My husband uses it sometimes. The child loves it. He's 2. He loves it. He thinks it's candy. He sees this bottle and he comes running, and you can't get by without it. We had these little sake glasses, and I just pour some. Wonderful. There was liquid in there. I just pour a shot, and he takes it as a shot. I know, I'm totally teaching him how to take shots young, but whatever. Okay, so it's still, let's see, it's coming up to a boil it now. So once I bring it to a complete boil, then I will just cover it, and like I said, cook it. Hopefully I will be able to piece together the second part of the video for you guys. If not, just send me a message or whatever, and I'm happy to walk you through it. And that's how it is. Super easy. Wellnessmama.com, elderberry syrup. I will try to also post the link again, but just in case for some reason I can't, that's the information you have. And like I said, let me know if you have any questions, but it works really well for cold and flu season. I mean, you see, it's starting to bubble right there, so I am automatically going to go ahead and just stir it one more last time. Cover it. Oh, that's the wrong cover, but I'll find another cover for it. And then turn it down. I turn it down to something like that. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Something like that. See how it bubbles over pretty quickly? It's, yeah. Woo! Now I made you can't see me. Yeah, it bubbles pretty quickly. So you have to watch that until it comes down. The recipe, I think, says to come stir it a few times, so anytime I think about it, I come stir it. It doesn't smell the greatest, I won't lie to you. If you have anybody who's sensitive to smells, when I was in my first trimester of pregnancy, my sister had to make it for me and give it to me because I couldn't handle the smell of it. I wanted to puke every time I smelled it. And it just really, it wasn't good. I'm better now, so I'm able to actually cook it myself, thankfully, because I hate making other people cook it for me. But that's what it is, super easy. I'm going to clean up my mess now because I just made a mess with it. But I guess that's it. Sorry, I keep saying Sorry for the long video, but there you go. Bye, guys. Okay, hi, guys. So it's been about a little over an hour because I was on a conference call. That's how it looks. This is my little, see how it doesn't have all, you know, it's a little bit higher. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can get it where you guys can see me, but that I won't make it fall. Not sure if that's possible. Okay, let's just see if I can do this. I'll do it this way since it really doesn't matter. This stuff gets everywhere and it stains a little, so just be careful when you do it. And so I just let it drain a little bit. Get all that goodness out. See? Super easy. And then once it cools a little bit, I will add the honey to the jar and then pour this in to the jar and shake. Super, super easy. Be careful because that stuff is super hot. And that's all you have to do. I will try to do another quick video of the honey once I get the honey done. I'm going to let this cool just few minutes, and then come back to it. But if I'm not able to merge them all together, then that's all I do. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, I'm back. I am using wildflower honey that is local to my area. Local raw honey is the best to use because it's the best for you. If you have access to it, I highly recommend. It helps with allergies and all sorts of other stuff. But as you see, I'm measuring out. Like I said, I'm not using a full cup. I just don't need that much honey. We don't really do too much sweetness here. But as you can see, we do buy a large amount. But I use honey or maple syrup to sweeten almost anything. Anything that calls for sugar, I substitute out the sugar for either coconut sugar, honey, or maple syrup. So we do use a lot of honey in this area, or in this household. And I use it in my coffee too. Yes, I'm pregnant drinking coffee. I'm okay with that. Babies too. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Sorry, I know this part is boring, but probably should have already squeezed it out. So you don't have to sit here and watch me. Apparently I'm not that strong. Okay. I think that's good enough. And then I just pour it into my jar. I love these Pampered Chef. It just makes it easy. Just scrape. Love that honey goodness. Okay. Can't help it. I love that honey. Okay, and since I am using a bowl with the pourer, I don't need a funnel. But if you're not using a pourer with a funnel, or a bowl with a pourer, I would use a funnel so you don't make a mess, because otherwise you're going to make a mess. Just pour it in. And then, remember, it's still a little warm, so this gets pretty warm quickly. But then I just shake, shake, shake. So all that honey goodness gets mixed up. And then, once I, see, mine's not that hot, so it's going to take a little bit to make sure it's all stirred up. But once you get it stirred up, you just put it in the refrigerator and use. If you're sick, it feels really good warm on your throat. If you're not sick, then it's just the cold. But follow Wellness Mama's guides to using it. Don't follow mine because I may be using it too much or too little. Not really sure. We just do shots of it, like I said. Anyway, that's it. Super easy. WellnessMama.com. Elderberry syrup. Bye.